Hello everyone, welcome to this video. In this video, we are going to build a To-Do List app with Node, Express and MongoDB. Here is the To-Do List app that we want to build. We can insert our to-do here. For example, go to Gym, hit enter or click the submit button and it will show up in here. Add again, drink milk. It will show up again. We can update that by clicking it and it will be marked as a completed to-do. By clicking again, it will update again. We can remove that by clicking the X button and it's removed. Before we write our code to build this to-do list, we need to install Node.js first. You can go to their website nodejs.org and install the latest version or the recommended version for most users. And you can use Visual Studio Code as your code editor like me. You can download for your machine, Windows, Mac or Linux. And by the way, if we refresh the to-do list, the data is persistent. We use MongoDB database and use MongoDB Atlas to host our database. Okay, let's get started. I just have created my project folder to do and I will open Visual Studio Code from the terminal or command prompt. Let me first go to my folder. We can open Visual Studio Code by typing code and the folder. Visual Studio Code has a great feature which is integrated terminal. You can click Ctrl and backtick. It will open up. We can close command prompt. We don't need that anymore. And let's create our app by typing command npm init. Enter. Entry point I change to app.js and yes, npm init give the package.json. We will install some dependencies that we need to create our app. Install Express, body parser, mongoose, dash save. Dash the save means we want our package is in package.json. After we install those, it will show up here in dependencies. Let's create app.js file. Import Express. Const app express and the port 3000. We can start the server by use app.listen, the port and callback function. Server has been started. Save that. Run the app by typing node app server has been started. And then we set up our database. Import mongoose, require mongoose, connect MongoDB database with mongoose connect, and this is the connection database from MongoDB. Use new URL parser equal to true. Let's set up MongoDB Atlas. You can go to mongodb.com and try free. You can register here. If you have registered, just sign in here. Okay, this is the dashboard of MongoDB Atlas. Go to the context and create new project. Project name To-Do List. Next. And create project. Then we need to build a cluster. I choose AWS, not Virginia. It will take between 7 and 10 minutes, like they say. I will back again. It's finished and the status is active here. Then we can connect our app to this database by clicking connect and connect your application, the standard connection, and we copy this string to our app. Open our app again and I make a variable Mongo URI and a string. The password admin123. This is Mongo URI. Okay. This is a secret string. Don't ever let somebody knows this. This must be very secret. Don't ever commit that to the GitHub or any public repository. Don't ever push that to any public repository. To prevent this, make a folder, a config folder. Then we make a keys.js. Inside of key.js, we make if statement if process.env.node.env equals production it will use prod.js. We will create that soon, and if it's not, it will go to dev.js that we will create soon too. Inside of config, add prod.js and dev.js. Inside of dev.js, we give the Mongo URI. So we move this secret string to here. And the prod.js is everything comes from the server, like Heroku, Google Cloud Platform, AWS, and so on. Mongo URI is process.env.mongo URI. So this variable Mongo underscore URI is come from the server, like Heroku, Google Cloud Platform, and so on. And in app.js, we remove const Mongo URI. We import the case from the config folder. Const case equals require and here case dot mongo URI, same with this. Okay, then we can start our app. By the way, we can install nodemon npm install -g nodemon. G stands for global, so nodemon is used for automatically start the server, so we don't need to node app and Ctrl+C, node app again, Ctrl+C again, so the nodemon automatically start and restart the server. It's finished. We no longer do starting server by node app, but nodemon. Okay, it's not config, but config/case. Saved. String code undefined. And case prod export. Okay, save. Equals. Okay, server is running. We can start to make our RESTful API. Import body parser require body parser, and above and under the Mongo's connection, app.use body parser .json, and under that app.use body parser .url encoded extended to true. And the first route is get all the to-dos. Get all to-dos. First, make a to-do schema. So make a folder, models folder, and make a to-do schema, to-do.js. Import mongoose. then import schema from that mongoose, then create to-do schema, new schema, receive an object parameter with text and is completed, boolean and default to false, and we created date, type date with default value, and don't forget to export that mongoose.model to do and the to do schema. After that, we can import that model here, const to do equals require models and to do. So we don't need to type .js because Node will recognize it as a JS file if nothing format file we give. App.get API request and response, the callback function to do.find. I will use ES7 syntax, which is async await, so const to do's equals await to do dot find. It will find all to do's in our database, and we can rest dot send that to do's. Save it, and let's check our API with Postman. You can download it, enter the URL endpoint, localhost 3000 /todos/API, get the empty array because we don't have database yet. Okay, it's worked. And the next route is post route. App.post to-do/API request and response, the callback function const. We grab the data from the form, text equals break.body const to do equals new to do, and the to do just have one input, which is text. We use try and catch. Wait to do dot save, and after save it, we rest dot send that to do. If there is an error, rest dot send the status and that error. Okay, save it. todo.save. Okay, to use await, we need to use async before the function. Don't forget that. Then we check our API with Postman again. Change the method to post. The URL is same /sudo/API. Give input value text equal to go shopping. Send. Okay, great. Text go shopping is completed false and created date it is now. The next route is put route or update route. So this route is used to update the to-do. The URL will be /sudo/API and /calend ID and res. Give async because we will use await. Get the to-do with ID first. Await to-do find by ID. And the ID request.params.id for let key in rec.body if to-do of that key do not equals to rec body of that key. If that happen, we will save the to-do of that key equals to rec.body of that key. So what is going on here? If we do update the to-do, hey, it's different, and we save it. If it's not different, we don't save that. So if the to-do of k, for example, the text value is not same with the rec body of the text, it will change the value of to-do of text. If it is same with rec body of text, it will not change. And after that, we try to save that. Await to-do dot save and then rest.send that to-do. And catch, if there is an error, we will press that send the status and that error. Okay, great. Let's try. We copy first the ID, change the method to put, and we paste the ID here. We put or change go shopping to go reading. Send. Okay, go reading. It's great. We can also change is completed. Is completed. We done it to true. So when send, it becomes to true, and the text is still go reading. So it will be same with the latest value. The next route is delete route. app.delete /sudo/API/ID, then regress. Don't forget to async, and we get to do first await to do dot find by ID, and the ID is track.params.id, and then we try to delete that. Try await todo dot removed. If there is an error, we catch that error and res.send status and that error. When we remove that, we send the message todo has been removed successfully. Great. Let's try with Postman. Let's do get method first. Okay, let's create a to-do first. Body, go shopping, let's create one again, go to the gym, okay, now we have 3 to-dos. We will remove one of them here, change the method to delete and paste the ID, just send that. To-do has been removed successfully, and when we go to to-dos again, it's removed. So just 2 of them left. Okay, great, it's worked. We just built the API of our app. So next we will build the front end of our app. We just have successfully made our RESTful API and have checked that with Postman, and it's worked. So then we will create our client side with jQuery. But before that, I want to move the routes into different folder. I make a route folder, and inside of route, create a todos.js and move all of the todos routes into that folder. Into that file. Const express require express and const router equals to express dot router, and we change the app to router. Then we export with module.export that router. Okay, we will check again to make sure it work again. Get send cannot get to this API. Okay, so I forgot to import the to-dos route inside of app.js. To-dos route required the route of to-do and here app.use /to-dos to-do routes. Inside of to-dos, we don't need to use to-dos, so it will automatically start with /to-dos because we give to-dos in here. Routes.todos actually. Okay, we check again. To is not defined. Okay. Const to do require the to-do model. Save that. Okay, it's work. Let's do other requests. The put request, grab the ID, go from go shopping, we change go buying milk. Send go buying milk. We got all the to-do go buying milk. And delete post. We delete, go to the gym, send. To-do has been removed successfully. And if we go to the to-dos, it's removed. And the post, you post go drink coffee, send it, it's worked. So every route is working fine. Great. So back to our code here. First, we create a folder that handles the view of the app. Views, inside of views, create index.ejs because we will use EJS as a template. What is EJS? EJS is a embedded JavaScript. We can use that. Okay. Before we use that, don't forget to install the EJS npm I install or I. That's a save EJS. And under the body parser, app.set view engines, set the view engine to EJS. Okay, great. Then we create the route of the view, the index view, with app.get the root route, progress, and collect function. We render that view index. Save that index. We type a index. Save and make sure to start a server with nodemon. EJS is not defined. Make it as a string. Server has been started. Okay, so go to localhost 3000 index. Okay, it's great. And for our to-do list, we need a form with input that has type of text, name also text, placeholder, insert your to-do here. Give the form an ID, input form, and give the input 92 input field, and give the button under the input field submit, and under the form we make a UL and give it an ID, to-do list. Save it. We will need jQuery, so we get the jQuery CDN, minify it, and grab all those, copy and paste right before the close body tag. And under that, we link our script that we will make after this, script.js, and we will make a public folder, not in here, so public folder. Inside of public, create a script.js, and in app.js, under the set view engine, we want to set the public directory express.static, the dir name plus public. So if we link our file, we don't need to use public script, just script.js. So test that by alert something and refresh our page. Alert test. Okay, so it's work. Back to the script.js, delete that, start to write our jQuery document.ready and function, and we get all the to-dos. Const to-dos equal await, and to use await, don't forget to give async before function here. Get JSON and the URL endpoint, to-dos API. And after take the to-dos, we want to show that to-dos, show that all to-dos that receive to-dos parameter. So we make a function show to-dos that receive the data or to-dos as a parameter. So for let item of to-dos here. We want to show the singular to-do of that item. So we make a show to-do singular of singular to-do, and make the element li. The set of li, that is a text which is todo.text, and after that we give a delete button to remove that to do. Give it X for symbols and class of delete, and give the to do text class of text. Okay. And after that, show that element to the to-do list component, to the list dot prepend, because we want the to-do that show is in above. And we give data to that element so we can access the ID and the is completed value, the ID of to-do._ID, and the element of is completed we give it value of to-do.is completed. Sorry. Okay, let's check our view. Open the console. To-dos is not iterable. It show to-do singular. Refresh that. Okay, it's worked. Drink coffee. X. So the X button, we need to give it space. Okay, and give it color. So I make, inside of public, make a style dot css. Under the meta, link style dot css. Inside the style, delete color red, and the span cursor pointer. Save that, refresh the page. Okay, cool. So everything is good, but it doesn't do anything. Next, we will add event listener. So when the to-do is clicked, it will update the is completed. Right under the show to-dos. Before that, make it focus first. Dot focus. And inside of to-do list element, on click, in the text element, and we will do update to do of that element. Update to do of this, and we will make function of update to do need a parameter of element. First we get the to do updated to do await. Don't forget to put async, and the Ajax call type put, and the URL is I use backticks to this API, and the ID. So the ID, we save it to the element and data ID, so we can access that with element.data ID. But we click text element, so if we click text element, actually we save the ID in this element. So if we do element.data.id, it will not get the ID. Instead we use element.parent.data ID, and the data is completed legacy of element.parent.data is completed. And after that we toggle the class of that element, toggle class of completed, give class of text is completed when is completed is true, so the class is completed, and if it's not, don't give that class to that element. So is the to do completed? If yes, give class completed. If not, don't give class completed. Save it and make a style of class completed with text decoration equal line true. Save it, refresh. Okay, so if you drink coffee, so I console log this to do with console.log to do right here, so we can read the data. Is completed false. Go buying milk is false here, and drink coffee is true here. Great, it's work. And if we click that, so there is an error. This should be not in arrow function, just the old function. Refresh, go buying milk, so it's work. Okay, click OK and refresh. Okay, good, it's work. Great. Then we add event handler to delete that to do. Still inside of to-do list element, but Now we click on the delete element, the delete class. Then we make a function of remove to-do that receive this element, not this element but this dot parent element, because this element is delete class, so just this element. But we want the entire of this element is removed, so the parent of delete class element, this dot parent, so it will remove all of these elements. That's what we want. And make a function of remove to do that receive the element of that to do, get the deleted to do first with Ajax request. Don't forget to put async before the function. Dot Ajax type delete, and the URL is /todos /API / needs to change to backticks /todos /API /element dot data ID, because this element is the entire element. So here is this dot parent. We just call the ID by element.data ID. After that, remove that element by calling remove. Open our app, click the X button, and the element is removed. And when we refresh the page, it's removed persistently. So great, it's worked. And the last thing to do is make a create to do function when we submit the button to create to do. Input form dot on submit function we prefine that form with event.prefine default. After that, we call the create to do, make create to do function here. Don't forget to put async because we will use wait. Const user input field dot fall const created to do post request. The URL is todos /API and the data is just sex from user input. After that, we want our input to be clear by calling dot fall empty string, and we want our input to be focus again by calling focus method. And after that, we want to show that to do above of our to-dos. So show to do show to do, receive to do data. The data is created to do. Okay, let's check that. Refresh the button. Go to shop, submit. Okay, great. It show up here. Refresh. Okay, update that, delete that, refresh, add once again, drink tea, enter, drink tea. Okay, refresh. So okay, it's great. Finally, our application is working fine. We just created the client side of our application after create RESTful API, the back side of our app. So we just have created the entire of application of our app, which is To-Do List app. So great.